Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm here with Evan Brooks, senior guard from Ontario, California. Evan, one of the first questions I want to ask you today is, who is someone that you look up to in basketball?
In basketball, I'm a kind of cliche. I look up to Kobe Bryant. All the things he's accomplished, he's like the best player of my generation. Of course, I think Michael Jordan is, the greatest of all time, but Kobe Bryant is the greatest of my generation, and therefore he's my favorite player. The things he's done is amazing, or are amazing, excuse my language. And I wish I could be as great a player as he was, or mold my game after him if, I was blessed with some of the things he was blessed with. But yeah, he's definitely a great player, and I look up to him as one.
All right. And can you tell us maybe the most memorable or funny experience you've had this season?
This season, memorable or funny? That's tough. We have a lot of those on our team, and it's kind of like an everyday thing. It's hard to really think about one. Oh man, I can't even think of one. It's like we could have our own reality show. You would have to see us in the locker rooms and things like that, and even Coach Bargan sometimes joins in on the fun. And I think probably things that stand out are when he surprises us with some of his dancing moves that are really not to make it a racial thing, but a black dance move, and Coach Bargan will do it, and he's actually not half bad. He surprises a lot of us, so that's always fun.
He hangs out with you guys all the time. He has to pick up on some of them.
Yeah, he's got to.
And then the next thing would be, what would you title your autobiography and why?
My autobiography, it would probably be pretty simple, honestly. It would be something like The Life and Times. Just simply because, I've had a rough life, coming up. Nothing was ever easy, but everybody has. So it's not anything, specific or spectacular that I would want to title it, rather than just letting you know straight from the title that you're getting a look into my life and why I am the person I am and the way I am.
Okay. And then the last question I have for you is, you wear the number 24. Mm-hmm. Is there a reason why you wear that number?
Yes. Obviously, people would think that because my favorite player is Kobe Bryant, that it's because of that, and that's partially true. But really, when I was young, I wanted to wear the number 23 because, Michael Jordan is the best of all time. There's no arguing that, in my opinion. I say Kobe's a close second, but, MJ's the originator. But I was wearing number 23 for a while, my 8th grade year, and then when I got to high school, I played JV, and I wore it that year too. But when I got moved up to varsity for my sophomore year, I'm back to the bottom of the barrel. So I had a teammate who was wearing the number 23 already, and I also had a teammate who was wearing the number 24. So I had to just wear 13, and it was the ugliest number ever. But my junior year, the teammate that was wearing 23 was still on the team. It was his senior year. But the teammate who was wearing 24 had graduated. So I said, okay, I guess I'll just wear 24 then instead. That's cool with me. That's Kobe, whatever. And by my senior year, obviously I would have had the option to switch to 23 and finally go back to what I had been, but I didn't want to switch numbers all 4 years of high school. I felt like that was pointless, and I was satisfied where I was. I just came off a great season, and I said I might as well just stick with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So.
All right, well, thank you, Evan.
No problem.
And good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Joining me now is Katie O'Boyle, freshman forward from Gearing, Nebraska. Katie, I'm going to ask you the same questions I asked Evan. What is the most memorable moment you've had this season?
Well, I think so far the most memorable moment for me was just probably getting that first time to actually play in a college basketball game, and probably scoring my first college point. Because I remember going into that first game, just like, okay, I'm just not even going to worry about scoring, just come in and just try to play defense and just know what we're doing and not be too scared. And then it just came to me, and now I just feel all relaxed and everything whenever I can go into a game. So I think that was probably the most memorable moment for me.
Do you have any funny stories from maybe road trips or anything?
Actually, there was one time we were playing a game at home, and we got told in practice by coach that there was going to be like a screen coming down, and so like my girl was going to cut through the paint, and so I dropped down, and she saw me drop down, so she stayed out front, and Havana Nguyen's girl was screening me, and so I was like, Havana, help, and she was going out there, so I actually pushed her out there, and she fell over the girl, and the ref blew the whistle. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a foul called, like great, whatever. And they actually called a block on the other girl on the other team. So I just kind of stood there. I was just like, oh, well, okay, cool, let's go with that. So, yeah.
All right, and then who is someone that you look up to in basketball?
I'd have to say my role model in basketball would probably be Jordan Hooper. Growing up, she was in the same grade as my sister, and so whenever Emily had games in basketball and whatever she was playing, Jordan would always be there when they played Alliance. And so I always knew that there was something really unique about her, and that she could really just play at any sport she wanted. And knowing that she came from a small town like Alliance, Gehring's a small town, so kind of relates there, and knowing that she went to Nebraska and did so successful, and now she's in the WNBA. And that really just kind of motivates me more to just to keep working no matter where you're from. No matter how hard you work, something's good gonna come out of it.
All right, and if you could learn to do anything, what would it be?
Ooh, absolutely anything?
Absolutely anything.
I'd have to say, honestly, I'd learn how to play the violin. I've always just thought that was some unique talent everyone could have, and it'd be pretty cool.
All right, and can you tell me something that nobody knows about you?
Ooh, something that no one knows about me. Well, people in my high school knew a lot about me, but I would say coming into college, something that someone doesn't know about me is that I really enjoy musicals. Broadway, anything off Broadway. We went, for last year for my show choir, we had a trip in Denver and we saw an off-Broadway performance, and ever since then I just suddenly had this dream that what if something doesn't work out and I could just move to New York and be on Broadway. It'd just be the greatest thing in the world.
I've heard lots of stories about you guys dancing and singing. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Katie. Have a good rest of your season.
Thank you.